I'm Luke Summerhays, and I love Great Tusk. Today, only two species of elephants walk the earth, the African elephant and the Asian elephant. They are the largest land animals alive, and majestic, beautiful, intelligent creatures. Among their ancestors, though, were many more varieties, some larger creatures, some with bizarre and interesting configurations of tusks or trunks. Most famous of the prehistoric elephants are, of course, the mammoths. Larger than their modern cousins, and covered in shaggy fur, the mammoths thrived in the Ice Ages and coexisted with modern humans. In fact, hunting mammoths, along with their relatives like the mastodons of the Americas and the Nauman's elephant here in Japan, was the source of food which let early humanity survive. Great Tusk is a shaggier, rougher, more primal relative to the modern Pokémon Donphan. Players of Pokémon Scarlet can first encounter Great Tusk as a Titan Pokémon in the Asado Desert. As a Titan, it's a properly kaiju-proportioned beast, of course, but players can go back and catch this one, now reduced to its regular size, later in the game. It also shows up in Area Zero, of course. Pokémon Scarlet tells us, sightings of this Pokémon have occurred in recent years. The name Great Tusk was taken from a creature listed in a certain book. We can read this book in the library at the Naranjo Academy. Monsters of Area Zero. As we descended further into Area Zero, we began to catch glimpses of mysterious Pokémon, though we wondered if these huge, ferocious beasts were indeed Pokémon at all. One of our teams suffered a brutal blow from such a beast, and was mortally wounded, forcing us to retreat for a time. People being attacked by mammoths is today the stuff of science fiction and fantasy, but our ancestors really did do battle with them. In fact, in isolated islands near Russia, the woolly mammoths still lived as the pyramids of Egypt were being built. Pokémon Violet tells us, this creature resembles a mysterious Pokémon that, according to a paranormal magazine, has lived since ancient times. As with the Scarlet Book entry from before, we can read this magazine in the Naranjo Library. Enigmas of Paldea, File Number 9. Great Tusk, a living relic of the dinosaur era? In one arid corner of Paldea, there have been reports of a mysterious lifeform. It's said to resemble a Donphan at first glance, albeit one with gigantic tusks, tough scales, and an aggressive disposition. Leading theories hold that this being is nothing less than a living relic of the dinosaur era, but no one can say for sure. Apparently, it's called Great Tusk, after the name of a strange being that was written about in the mysterious Scarlet Book. Mammoths and dinosaurs are both prehistoric animals with large skeletons, and so they both have a heavy presence in the fossil record. They were actually separated by an unfathomable ocean of time, however. Mammoths shared the Earth with humans, who have existed for barely a brief moment of Earth's history, while the non-avian dinosaurs ruled the Earth for over 100 million years, a reign which ended 65 million years ago. How could the same time machine bring back creatures from such disparate periods? How could Heath have recorded the creatures in the Scarlet Book before the professor even built the time machine? Hopefully these are questions the DLC will give us definitive answers to. Music for Luke Loves Pokémon is composed by Jonathan Cromie. Artwork for the show is by Katie Groves. Writing, producing, and editing is by me, Luke Summerhays, while funding is provided by lovely listeners at patreon.com/podcastio-podcastius. Next up are Screamtail and Brute Bonnet. So if you have thoughts about those or any other monsters, hit me up with a DM or an email to lukelovespkmn@gmail.com. If you like this podcast, please rate and review wherever you're listening, or tell a friend. If you want to hear more Pokemon chatter from me, come by twitch.tv/LukeLovesPKMN, most Saturday nights from 9 PM UK time. Even if you don't feel like doing any of that, thank you so much just for listening. I love Great Tusk, and remember, I love you too.